All right, guys, we made it. We made it through that winter storm. Um, I thought Mama was live last night. And hello, who be is here? We got one person in the his A. Um, we went through. I got another problem. If Michael Kendrick is here, we need him to put this on our list. Lynn Pilla, Ido, hey. Uh, Another thing that we just remembered as we go along our day, the stuff we left on my truck. If you guys remember when me and Mama was running solos, she was driving this truck, I was driving my truck. So we actually lived in this truck, and I followed her. And when we parked, I would leave my truck and come in here, and that's where Mama's kitchen set up. The bed's all nice and cozy. And my truck was almost like a storage shed, a traveling storage shed. And we had all our things in there. And when we switched back to driving team, we grabbed what we thought we needed. And there's a bunch of things we forgot. As we started traveling, we realized we forgot some things. Well, today, I forgot another one. And I don't know if Michael Kendrick is here. He was making a list for us, so when we're back in Dallas, what we need to grab off of that truck. And what do you guys think I forgot on that truck? That's right. We had a squeegee. That was on a broom handle. And we used it to, it was a big long squeegee, probably 4 foot wide. And we would run it down this tarp and knock all that ice off of it. So, hey, Happy Chicks. Lynn Pilla, everybody here, much love. Now we have a problem. And I tried to get a broom. I do not want to get on my knees and push that stuff off with my hands. I might do it with a board. Another problem I have is I'm gonna pull this other tarp off, and I'm gonna put it right here. So when the forklift guy comes, he can start unloading me from this side. Another problem that I have, Jonalyn is sleeping. She drove through this crap last night. There was no real easy way to this place. It's 20 miles off of the main freeway, 68 or 79 in West Virginia, and the mountains are not friendly. In a snowstorm, when there's no plowing going on. But Mama made it through. She took a video of it because I don't think there was signal back there to go live, but she did do a video that she's going to put up later. I'm going to put this over here. Another thing is it's freezing out here. So I know when we went skiing, these phones didn't last too long. Just like when they get hot, they shut down. When they get cold, they shut down. So I'm gonna get this other tarp off, and then I'm gonna search for something to get this snow. All right, I got those off, so at least they can start unloading me from the other side if they want to. He said there's a broom over here, in this shed over here, so I'll get that. I want to thank Mike Gray too out there for giving Mama. I woke up and you would not believe the road that Mama was on, driving through a snowstorm in some off-roads in West Virginia, and we should not have been out there. Let me see, he said there's a room in here. And all she said, I'm like, why did you go down this road? Why did you think you could run through here? And she said, Mike Gray does it. And that was the first thing out of her mouth. And I said, Mike Gray has a log truck, and it's a double trailer. He don't have a 53-foot trailer. And she was going up a 9% grade. All those roads back there were 9 and 10% grades. And okay, I got a broom. Thank God they had a broom. I don't know if you want to start over here. If you want, are you unloading it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he told me to. He said it was composite or something.
Yeah, glue.
Glue?
Yeah.
Glue? Okay. It's glue. Yeah. All right. He was looking at my camera. It's funny how so many people get worried about this camera when you have a camera in your hand. People freeze, man. And it's I like watching that. I know I told you guys this before. I like watching those First Amendment audits and stuff online, and they go around and video in public places, something where our Constitution that's hanging by a thread is and people get so crazy with cameras, man. That guy seen me holding this camera and he stopped in his tracks, and it's great. Since we've been doing this YouTube and stuff, we run into that all the time. And we'll be walking through a store and people will walk by us and see that we were holding this camera when we walked past them, and they'll come back and they'll demand us to delete it in front of them. I'm like, get the hell out of here. This one guy, his girl was pregnant and she walked by us. We were walking down the aisle and I was videotaping Mama, and his girl was pregnant and walked by us, and this guy almost got knocked out because he was demanding that I deleted it right in front of him, and he almost got knocked out, but the security guy came and saved him. But there was also another thing we never posted. We were driving down the highway, and there was a car in front of us that lost control, and we were videotaping. We just happened to be videotaping. It was a place that we didn't get signal, so we were videotaping. We were going to upload it later. In this car, that's when Mama had, I think I had, we started doing the GoPros and we were putting them on our head. We had them on my hat. And I had it on my hat while I was driving. We were testing out different things in the truck, different angles that would be cool. And I hooked it up on the closet one time, and you could see like the back of us and you could see the road, and people thought that was cool. So there was no way we could control it though if it's behind us taping. So I thought of putting it on my head. And there's a lot of truck drivers that go around and they'll have a camera on their head. Alarm's going off. So I was actually in the process of testing it, and I had it on my head. And there was a car that lost control in front of us, and the car rolled at least 8 times. It rolled off the road and rolled into the field like 8 times, over and over. And we stopped and we ran out there and we helped them out of the car. It was a guy and his girlfriend, and they were stuck in the car, and we ran up there and we got one of the doors open, and we got them out, and they were cut up. I mean, they got banged up, but they were, who knows if they had life-threatening injuries, but they got out of the car. They were scratched up, they were bleeding, and as we were walking back out of the field, back to our truck, the girl noticed the camera on my head, and we forgot all about it. We ran out there and we went to help them, and we just our heart was pumping. I mean, when you run up to accidents like that, we've told you guys before, we ran up to an accident where we got to the car and the lady was decapitated. She didn't have a head. And there was another guy. That happened right by R&L Carriers. And there was another R&L guy that ran out there, and he almost had a heart attack. They thought that guy was going to die from the trauma that he had when he seen that lady with no head. But we forgot, when you're running up to an accident, you just like black out with anything that's going around you. And I forgot about the camera. Well, she seen it on my head walking back to the car, and she's like, "Are you videotaping us?" She's like, "You bastard, delete that right now." And the guy looked at, he was going for my camera. He goes, "You need to delete that right now." And I'm like, "Man, I'm not fucking videotaping you guys, huh? I was videotaping in our truck." And I told him again, I said, "Dude, you fucking reach for this camera one more time, I'm gonna knock your goddamn teeth out." And they were both acting like I had to fight them off of me on the way back to the truck. And with them trying to get my camera. I said, "Are you guys serious?" I said, there was no way they would have got out of that car if we didn't help them get out, because the door was jammed and they wouldn't have been able to get it open from the inside. They would have been stuck in that car until somebody came. And the thing is, the danger you have with going off road with a car and into a ditch is you could be there hours before someone if nobody's seen you go down, if nobody's seen you go in that gully or that ridge or that ditch, whatever you want to call it, you could die down there. There's people that have gone off and froze to death, drowned. And these people, that's how crazy they were about the camera. And the thing was, our adrenaline was going so bad from running up to that accident. And it was after we've already came up to accidents where there was fatalities. So we were kind of traumatized already running up to the accident. Then this guy gets out and they're like swatting at my head and trying to rip my hat off, because I had like a worker's helmet on, like a construction hat and we kind of had it screwed into the hat. We were just trying different things, like I said. And they were swatting at my head, and oh my God, my heart was beating. I thought that guy had me so fired up. I said, that's why it's good you don't carry weapons, man. If I would have had something, I would have stuck him in the neck with it. Because I was kind of panicking myself because of their accident. It was like a violent crash, and we seen it. And anyway, we never put that video out. I don't know if that's on a video somewhere. That's on one of our hard drives somewhere. But Mama never wanted to put it out because they were injured, and their injuries, I don't know, I don't want to get off too far on that, but it's just since we've been doing this, it's crazy what people do. He's unloading me on the other side, you guys. I'm sorry Mama's not up, because she drove last night, and oh my God, she said, oh honey, I said, how did we end up on this road? And she's like, oh honey, you know, I seen the other way, it looked like a shortcut. I'm like, sweetie, you do not take shortcuts in West Virginia, in the mountains. I said, we don't take shortcuts. Take if it's the longest route, and it's a state route, or not a U.S. state route, stay on that. Do not go into no neighborhoods. We don't need to see nobody's Christmas lights right now. We're not driving in our car sightseeing. We have a damn 70-foot semi going through here, and that's what she said. Well, Mike Gray did it. Mike Gray does it every day. And Mike Gray, you guys, he's a West Virginia logger, and they have those log trucks, and they go through some crazy stuff with those log trucks, but they're short trucks, and they're doubles. They're like separated, so they're doubles, so they can do these tight turns. We had tight turns where our trailer tire was off the road trying to get around the turn. And if we had a double, if we were short and had a double, then we could get around those turns no problems. All right, I'm having a hard time doing this fast, holding this. I'm gonna put this camera down for 1 second, and I'm gonna finish this and get this tarp out of the way. I don't know if you guys can see that, but let me do this real quick. All right, you guys, this may seem petty, but if you're new flatbedders, we found out you go to Home Depot and you can get a squeegee, like that does windows. It's like 4 foot wide, and you put it on this handle, and that's what we do. And that would get every speck of snow off of there. These tarps are 100 pounds already, a little over 100. And if you get water or a little bit of snow, just as little bit of snow that I didn't get off will add 25 pounds or more to it. If there's ice, it's easy to double the weight, and they're almost impossible to move around once you get it going. But if there's any other flatbedders out there that have a better thing than what I said, we have a 4-foot squeegee on a mop handle, and we can go across there and it'll get it like a window, like you're scraping the water off your shower door. It'll get every speck off of there. That broom didn't do that, but I'm gonna try to get rid of these real quick. How are you? I've been doing better or something. Sorry about that. All right. Bam. Whew. That was, I actually did that. That was Corey's roll right there. I normally do it half of this, where my roll is half. If you already signed it, you did. Thanks a lot. All right, see, we are empty. We are empty. So that guy did that while I was getting everything else. This is what we were hauling. And they said that this is glue. So that's why when Mama, they said powdered glue. And that's why when I woke up yesterday and Mama was loading this, I'm like, are we at the right place? That don't look like powdered glue to me, but I guess that's what that is. That's the first time we hauled that. And whew, it's actually warm in there. Now, another thing that's really fun. Hi, Nicholas Roberts. Hoorah. Oh my God. Good morning, Robert Young. In spring, going to do long cross-country trip in motorhome. Our motorhome welcome in trucking areas overnight. And there's certain, yes. Yeah, you can park, if it says truck parking only, someone might have a problem with that. Unless, and I only see very few of those that says truck parking only. But if you're a camper, if you're a rolling camper, as long as you're not pulling a trailer, you should be able to park in the car area. You can park in the car area, a truck can't. So if you pull into a rest area and you pull into the truck area and you take up a truck spot, and there's a truck driver that passed the last 5 areas because there was no parking, and he's falling asleep at the wheel, and then he pulls in and you have your camper in a truck spot, they tend to get upset about that. But you can park you can park on the car side where the trucks can't, and you won't be taking up a trucker spot. And you can, if I wouldn't want to park by trucks if I was driving a camper. I would, whenever you're ready to park and stop, I would Google a Walmart, a Home Depot, a Lowe's, something like that. They always have big parking areas. There's always restaurants. There's usually a gas station open, but you have a camper, so you can go to the restroom if you have to number 2. I just have to get these. Let me get my roller thing. The only other thing is, that'd be great if you want to. If you put them at the end there.
Okay.
He's gonna put my tarps up, because that was gonna be another show for you guys to see. But he's gonna do it for me, so I don't have to. Because those things are definitely 1.5 times the weight, if not 2 times the weight right now. Because I couldn't get all the snow and ice off of it. So by him putting that up here, that is gonna save my back. And it's slippery on the ground. It's all ice. It's packed snow, ice. So that will save me Oh my God, that is like heaven right there. And then just put the other one like right here. Just set the other one like that'll be great. Thanks a lot. Holy cow! I actually got a smile on my face now. I thought, woo! I was dreading that. Just because the ice on the ground, Bentley's waiting. Bentley wants to attack every one of these snowflakes. Get him, Bentley. Get it, Bentley. Get him. Get him, Bentley. Get him. Get that snow. Get it, Bentley. He wants to attack every drop of snow individually and cause it pain. That's what he wants to do. All right, now the only other thing that a flatbedder dreads right now is rolling these straps. These straps are solid ice. Not solid ice, but they're hard and they're stiff. They're stiff like boards all the way down, and we got to get through that. Move this down. There we go. That's beautiful West Virginia. Does anybody know if Mike Gray is on here? We almost. Mike Gray. There's certain people, like if Filipino people look at somebody and they look at them as professionals. If they look up to them and they respect what they do, they believe in them. And they give them confidence. And that's one thing that Mike Gray did for Mama. If I could tell, he gave her all kinds of confidence. Because she said, if Mike Gray can do it, I can do it. She's like, Mike Gray climbs these West Virginia mountains and feeds his family doing it. I only have one load. I can do it. So, and all the drivers out there, I know there's quite a few of them. We've been running into them now. But there's guys out there. There's guys out there teaming with their Filipino wives. I'm sure they got tons of stories. They have tons of stories of different situations. This is going to take longer. And everything else. What I should do, which I don't have a thing to roll them up, I got to get one of those. We had other flatbedders show us that thing to take the straps off and roll them up separately. I got this toolbox in my way right now. I'm gonna move this through. Move it down. Run one more short load tonight, deliver it in the morning, us we're gonna get us a long run, not really long, but maybe 1,600 miles to California. For what we like to do is run four short loads, which are 350 to 550 miles, and we try to stay around 2,500 to 3,000 for those loads. This one was 2,200. This one, but it was only 400 miles. So we try to run 4 loads Monday through Friday, around 2,200 to 31. Sometimes we can get a 600-mile load for 3,100. And then we try to be around 12,000 for the week, 10 to 12,000. And then we try to get, on Friday, we try to get a load that pays 8 to 10,000 going to California. And that'll put us, but ultimately we try to be 17 to 20,000 for the week. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. That was an idea right there. That makes things easier. So, and then Becca and Brandon are solo trucks. That ain't budging. Holy shit. That's right under the wheel. Hold on a minute. This thing is pissing me off. Just trying to get this away from the tire so I can roll it up easier. Fucking worth it. Just do it right here. Shit. But alright, I'm not messing with that one anymore. But our goal when we started out, because we all, me, my wife, Brandon and Corey, team drove for R&L. And we made, Brandon and Corey made about 200,000. Me and Mama made about 240. Because the kids had one of the shortest routes they had. And they liked having the shortest one because they had a penthouse downtown Cleveland. And they like to get home early on Friday night so they could go out and go to the bars and the restaurants and stuff and enjoy their $3,000 a month penthouse. And me and Mama had a little longer run, so we got home usually Saturday morning. Saturday at 9 a.m. would be nice. Sometimes if we got weather like this, we would get home around 3 o'clock, sometimes 5 o'clock, which really sucked. So the boys didn't like doing that. By them taking a shorter run, it cost them $40,000. But by them having a shorter run, they got home Friday night, and they could go out Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday. They would go to a game because they were walking distance to the Brown Stadium, the Cavs, and the Indians. So they basically had a 3-day weekend. We didn't really care. Saturday and Sunday was fine for us, and we liked the money. But when we left there, we started with 2 trucks, and our goal was to try to make $1 million a truck gross. And we take 60% of that, goes to the company side to pay the trucks, the fuel, the insurance, maintenance, oil changes, the tires, all that stuff. But we get up front 40% right off the bat. And then there's usually money left over out of the 60% every 3 months. We pay it out and split it. So our goal was to make $1 million a truck. And it looked like we were going to do more than that. We were making $20,000 a week easy per truck. But then I got sick. I'm probably going to do a video on that. I wasn't going to say nothing about that. I didn't have COVID. I did get really sick. And I went to the hospital. I went to the emergency room. And we weren't going to say nothing about that. But we've had some people we ran into that follow us. And they were concerned about it. They were worried, and nobody really knew what happened. And I guess since they were like a fan of the show, I call it Mama's Show, I felt kind of bad not saying nothing about it. But I was rushed to the hospital. I'll do a video about that later. Explain it. I'll have Mama with me. But I was rushed to the hospital in California, and that's where I got COVID. I went there for my problem, and I was tested for COVID. Everybody had to test before they went in the hospital at that time, and I was negative. I didn't have COVID. The emergency guy said I didn't have COVID, but I guess nobody really knows unless you get tested. But I got tested when I got in there because they want to know where to put you. And I didn't have COVID, but later that week I had it, and I think I got it in the hospital. And then everybody got it. I gave it to my wife. Rona got it. My daughter, my mom. Everybody had a certain level of it. And I was the worst because I was sick already. I damn near thought I was going to die from that. But Rona and Jonah because of their Filipino blood and their Energizer Bunny of metabolism, they were the least affected. Joy, Jonalyn, Rona lost their smell and taste for a month or so. Rona, that's when Rona started losing weight. She got pissed off that she couldn't taste any food, and she didn't want to spend any money on food if she couldn't taste it. So she started not eating because it wasn't fun anymore if you couldn't taste nothing, and she lost a lot of weight because of it. But if it wasn't for that, that put us down. We were rocking. That was the busiest time for trucking. Big freight out there, man. It still is. It's an industry right now. The freight is really good. If it wasn't for that, I basically went 6 weeks and I didn't really work. And then when I went back to work, I probably shouldn't. I was still half dead. But I felt like I started to get better. Then I felt like I started getting worse because I was laying around not doing anything. And then Bradley told me we had a couple people in the office that had it, which we never go to the office. We never go into the office. We never came in contact with them. He's like, there's people in the office and damn near died from that, and they just laid around. You know, he goes, maybe you should exercise, you know, at least try to walk. And when he said exercise, I laughed, you guys, because if I got up from my bed and walked to the toilet, I thought I was gonna die. I thought I didn't have any air. I didn't feel like I could breathe. Like, you actually lay in bed and you think, maybe I should just pee on myself. Because, you know, if you go to that toilet, you're going to feel like you're going to die because you can't breathe. And then getting back to the bed, it could take you hours to feel like you can breathe right. And then if something else happens, then you're like, oh my God. You don't want to move. So anyway, I did. I went out in the backyard and I forced myself to walk from one side of the fence to the other. And it was hard, man. It felt like I had, you know, a bunch of fat dudes on my back, and I couldn't breathe. Then I'd come in the kitchen and I'd rest, and then I would do it again. And the next day I tried to walk down to the block, the corner block, and I didn't make it. I had to turn around and come back. I thought I was gonna die on my way back to the house. Every single day, I thought I was gonna die. I was like just moments away from freaking dying. But I pushed myself, and I got to where I could get down to the end of the road and come back. And then I told Bradley, I said, give me a load. I'm taking a load tomorrow. I'm gonna go, because the more I move around, the better I feel, even though I feel like, you guys, I could do one strap. I came out and I could do one strap, and then I couldn't breathe anymore. And then I'd go back and sit in the truck, and Jonalyn would get them. And that's when I was riding with Becca, and we had 3 trucks rolling together. And every day I tried to do a little bit more. And then I got to where just recently, and that screwed everybody up. I feel bad about it. It screwed everybody up financially. Becca, Rona, they just got started. They just went through school. They just got out of training. They had their own trucks. You know, they were excited about making money. And then I got sick. And then we started a convoy, and we did different things, and it cost everybody money. But if we didn't do that, we would have killed it this year. But people ask, you know, did you regret leaving R&L? And like I said, we made 240. We made 240 at R&L, and if we didn't get sick, we would have grossed $1 million a truck. And we had 6 trucks, and 40% was driver pay. For team trucks, 28. I think Becca and them get 28%. The solo trucks. Forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, I gotta unlock this door. But since we were kind of shut down and we didn't, and the other 4 trucks, we didn't run 6 trucks all year. We ran 2 of them all year, and the 4 of them we got 1 sitting. But I know I didn't get the final number. The CPA's working on all that stuff now, but I know we did over 3 mil. I don't know if we reached 4. I know we were in the 3 million area for the trucks. So we did pretty good. And then as far as the pay, we were hoping to be around 400,000. We were making 240,000. We were hoping to make 400, and we didn't make that because of me again. And Becca and Rona was under 30 years old, and she was a new driver. Insurance is crazy, you guys. It's unfreaking believable. The down payment when we first started for 4 drivers, me, Jonathan, Corey, and Brandon, was $88,000. That was the down payment to get started. And then when Becca, because she was 21 years old, and she had an accident on her record, which wasn't really she stopped. She was in snow like this. She went to buy a game system online, and she drove to New Jersey from Buffalo, New York, to sell it or buy it, one of the two. And on her way back, she got caught in a snowstorm, and she stopped on a hill at a red light. She stopped, and then her car started rolling, and it slid on ice about a half a mile an hour and bumped the car in front of her. But it bumped it, and it made a chip in the paint. And I talked to the parents, and I said, listen, my daughter, she's about to drive semi. She has a CDL. She can't really afford. I mean, it'll kill her. It'll put us. She won't be able to get insured, being 21 with an accident. And they said that they were going to do it. They were going to take it to a place, and I was just going to pay them. And then they decided against it. They said, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and claim it because they didn't trust or something. But anyway, her insurance for the first year, for 6 months of driving, for 6 months driving a semi truck, 21 years old, with an accident, was $50,000. I hope I don't fall on this bed of this truck. So we paid just over $400,000 for insurance for the year for 6 trucks. Jesus. This is not going to go over good. I got to put this down. I can't believe this phone stayed on. Because it's cold. I'm going to sit this down for a minute and try to get these tarps straight. All right, now I'll throw oh yeah, Brandon was the only one. I forgot about Corey and that COVID thing. Corey was really sick too. He never stopped working, but he was really sick. He had all the symptoms I had. Corey's a beast though, man. I know sometimes Mama told me I got to quit picking on him, like in some of the lives I say some of the mistakes he does, and I probably shouldn't do that, but I hope there's one over here. Corey is a beast when it comes to enduring pain and enduring. I think I can get one of these. I'll do this one. I'm gonna have to get the other bar out. Corey would just drive. You know, one of the parts you'll get nauseous. You'll get nauseous out of nowhere, and you feel like you're gonna throw up. And sometimes you do. And Corey would drive, get nauseous. He would just throw up. He would throw up on himself, all over his shirt, and then he'd just stop at the next place and take it off and put another shirt on and keep rolling. And he worked through that. He was a trooper, because Rona, he felt like he was there for Rona, man. He was there for their family, because that Rona quit her job. Rona got her license. So they lost Rona's income. Rona was just starting to make money. They went out. Corey and them, I don't know. I haven't seen any in his videos lately. But Corey and Rona live a very nice life. And God damn it. Dude, I may not get this down here. Alright. I seen the problem. Oh man, see if I was in a van I would have shut my doors. I would have been out. Oh my God, I swear. If you ain't making top money doing this shit, you need to take your ass home. Tell them to kiss your ass. Job, man. I know there's drivers. This is long into this video. I don't know if anybody will see that, but the people nowadays, if it's a 3-minute video, they won't even watch a whole 3-minute video. So you guys, this job is not, if you ain't making top dollar out here, which is at least $2,000 a week, as a solo driver, you need to get another fucking job. And if your teams and you ain't making $7,000 to $8,000 a week as a team, you need to get another job, because this shit ain't worth it. We ran into a damn flatbed guy that said he was making like $600 a week. Sometimes he makes $300, sometimes he makes $500. Fuck that. Even if you guys are teams, I have a truck right now. See, I will guarantee you. We started this business. It's just gonna be small. Whoops. And we want to take care of the people we know, our family and friends. And but if there's anybody out there teaming and you guys are splitting $1,800, I remember me and Brandon, we were at Prime. Sometimes we'd make $4,000 a week. Sometimes we'd make $1,800. One time we made $1,200 for the week, a team. We were at Prime. We left there. That place is a joke. But anyway, if there's teams out there, if you guys are listening, you know a team, and you're doing flatbed. Right now, see, flatbed pays good. People that are driving van now, they're hooraying or hee-hawing and hooraying and running around because, you know, flatbeds you can get vans you can get $10,000, $11,000 loads right now. And but it's that time of year for vans. It's their hot time right now, and they're low on drivers because a lot of drivers are going to work for themselves, and they can't get those lower paying companies can't get people to stay because there's so many people. This internet is changing everything, just like Amazon is changing the malls. Amazon's changing our country, or not Amazon, the Wi-Fi, social media is changing our country, and it's been changing our retail for years. And now it's shutting down most of the malls, most of those outlet malls. In another couple years, you won't even be able to find an outlet mall. And it's been changing trucking for the last 4 years. We've been seeing it for 4 years. And just recently, they've been wanting to blame it on COVID or say it's because of COVID. But over the last 4 years, there's been hundreds of thousands of people leaving they're low-paying truck driving jobs and getting their own authority. Hundreds of thousands. Now there's all kinds of different numbers out there. There's 2 million truck drivers in the U.S. There's 3 million truck drivers in the U.S. But I guarantee you 33% of whatever that number is are now working for themselves. And it's been doing that for the last 4 years, because we have a brokerage side, and the brokerage side was here before the trucking side. And we've been seeing that for the last 4 years, the increase of owner-operators, the increase of small companies needing loads, because we dispatch up to 500 owner-operators a month. And we've watched those companies go from 1 truck to 16 trucks. The ones that had 10 trucks now have 200 trucks. Or they go from 10 trucks to 32 trucks. The ones that had 32 trucks have 200 trucks. The ones that had 200 trucks have 400 trucks. And these companies, people ask us too, that's another question. What should I do? What is your recommendation if I'm driving truck? And I always say, you have to start somewhere. Everybody has different backgrounds. Everybody has different driving records. Everybody has different criminal records. All of that matters. So you really can't ask one person. If I have perfect driving record, perfect criminal record, everything is clean, I can pretty much go anywhere I want. So if somebody that has, they have a 5-year probation for aggravated assault, or multiple DUIs, that person, there's only a few things that person can do. So whatever category you fit in, that's what you have to search. Who will hire me if I have 2 DUIs? Who will hire me if I'm on probation? And you need to find those places and get in there and get trained. And then once you get trained, then I would go to a smaller company. Now there's a lot of them out there now. You get thousands of them. And most of them were truckers like everyone else. They started out, they know how the shitty pay is, and they will pay you higher. They're not gonna pay you $300 a week, $500 a week, $1,800 a week. They're not gonna pay you as a team. Making $1,800 a week to split, that's what a lot of companies are doing. And they want you to be happy about it. I'd say the lowest, if you're a team, if you're not making $5,000 is like minimum wage. $5,000 is minimum wage for team drivers. Rock bottom. It should be illegal, meaning to pay a team under $5,000. And when I say that, guys, I'm talking about after everything is paid. I'm not, everybody, there's a million ways to pay truck drivers. I'm talking about even if you're an owner or operator, if you're a lease driver, if you're a lease driver training and you're not making $5,000 a week, you need to get another job. I would not do this job. I would not put my life on the line out here and do this crazy ass flatbed junk for little money. And if anybody Anybody wants to put that to the test, come on aboard. We got an open truck, solo driver. You'd be making 2,000 plus. Team drivers, you'd be making 5,000 to 8,000 a week. Me and Mama make 7,000 to 8,000 a week. I say 2,000 plus because you shouldn't even be making 2,000 a week. But there's drivers that are. I wonder if there's a truck waiting to get in here. There's drivers that go out there and push, and you can make good money. And there's drivers that are lazy. I shouldn't say lazy, but they're more conservative. They're maybe more safe. I guess I should say it that way, more safe. Can you give me a drink, Mama? What are you trying to hide from?
Myself.
Yourself?
Good morning,
Oh,
guys.
that guy's trying to get in. But I used to say stuff about Corey, and I guess it came around the wrong way. Like I always say that Corey, and even Auto Nation drives for us. And Auto, I would say I'd put in Corey's category, and it's not making. Jonathan was telling me it made it sound like I was like coming across like Corey was stupid, but that's not what I was saying. Corey is a driver. There's two kind of drivers out there. There's one that they start their day and they drive. They plan their day. They know how far they're gonna go. They check the truck stops. They check safe points. Oh, if I park here, I'm gonna stop here because if I go any further, it's gonna be a crappy truck stop, or it's gonna be there's nowhere to eat. And they may stop early. They may go 500 miles and stop because it's getting towards the end of their clock, and they want to stop here and eat, and there's somewhere they can shop, so they'll stop and eat. That's like a Corey or Auto. They play it safe. Brandon could almost double them in pay, but Brandon is a guy that gets up, fuels his truck, gets his food, gets his stuff, puts it on the seat, and he hammers down, and he goes 8 hours, pulls on the side of the road, off ramp, takes his 30-minute break, boom, drives his 3, wherever he's out of time, boom, he hits the off ramp. If there's a truck stop there, there's a truck stop. If there's a rest area, if it's a off ramp, boom, he's off and he's going. So he can drive 700 and some miles a day, almost 800 miles a day. I gotta get out of here, you guys. And then he's that type of driver. So there's all different types of drivers. I try, sometimes I said I'll give averages, like you can make this or that, and people are like, well, what is it? Is it this or is it that? But that's not what you get with drivers. It's not just this when you get a driver. It's either this or it's that. They're either slow, they're conservative, they're safe. That driver is probably going to last longer. He's probably going to have a better driving record. He's probably going to have more relaxing brakes. But the pay is going to be a little bit less. So it is a this or that. It's either this or that. I should have probably, I could probably still make this. I'll just act like I'm Mike Gray. Mike Gray can work in this stuff.
Mike Gray inspired me last night. Good morning, guys.
Mike Gray had us in the wilderness in an 18-wheeler with a 53-foot trailer.
Where's Fred Axel?
Cutting through trees.
Where's Fred Axel? Oh, bless. Bless. Oh, Lord. Bless. Oh, you guys. Sorry, honey. I didn't wake up.
Well, and I'm praying I remembered everything. You don't see anything laying on the ground, do you? I didn't leave any cell phones out there. Uh-oh, where'd that semi go? There's nothing back there, right? Alright, I only got 70 thumbs up. After all that, I almost froze to death out there.
You know where we're going yet?
Do I know where I'm going? Nope. I just wanted to get out of the way in case there was another truck driver. I'm going to pull over here. I know I'm in the mountains in West Virginia. West Virginia, yee-yah-yay! I love West Virginia, man. I love the country. I love this, man. I could be Daniel Boone, man. I wouldn't know any tricks. I couldn't fish with a string and a stick, but
I will.
I'd probably get down to 90 pounds the first year trying to live in the wilderness, but I'd love it. I wouldn't leave it. I wouldn't give up on it. I would learn it.
Oh,
All right. Woo! Who's here?
it's
Who's
not the end,
here?
honey. We're gonna figure out where we're going next.
I made it through, Mama. I made it through that, and I had customers here. Holly, I hope you guys
Shout
entertained
out,
yourself.
Shout out, Ed.
Hit it, guys! Now, like. I thought I was gonna have about 1,500 likes by the time I came in out of that freezing. Especially, I rode up those two tarps, those two ice tarps, and I didn't fall one time.
Did you dance? Did you? Kiki.
I did not.
Hey,
I did not dance. We are in West Virginia, somewhere in West Virginia, on the top of a mountain, and we are going to either Heaters or Buchanan. We didn't figure out. We got one more short run to do.
I put another map. I put the map on it, so we're going 7 and then 68.
Okay, the map's already in? You
Yes,
didn't tell me
sir.
that. 7, that's at 92. This is the map. All right, we're good. I don't even have to, we're gonna go down 7, the road that Mama wanted to bypass last night.
Yeah.
Yes, Mercy, Tony Johnson. Mountaintop Mama. Buffalo, New York here, said Hugo. All right, let's read some of these messages. Mama can't wait to read these messages. Hugo, are you? How are you?
This one's telling
Tony,
me.
are you still in bed? Mercy wants to know. I think Mercy's somewhere and Tony's at home.
Don't copy this.
Where are you headed? We are going to Heaters. We are.
South.
I hope we go to Heaters. I like loading in Heaters. I don't like Buchanan anymore. Good morning from Buffalo, New York. Buchanan, they play too many games out there. Good job. Drive safe. Jonathan, good morning. HRU, how are you? Look at that. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Happy Chicks, thank you. CR8, are you becoming a cool artist? LOL.
Sir,
What, Mama?
we have to call Bradley because the reason I drove him here because I want to know what we're hauling there.
Oh, that's the reason you drove here straight?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we were here. We got here. Some guys that loaded, where we loaded, they were here before us because Mama took a back way that added 30 miles on to wilderness sightseeing. And when I pulled up into the area, all those trucks were here parked already and they were sleeping. But one thing they did not do was go check in before me. So I tiptoed past their trucks. I went and checked in and they told me to pull in. So I pulled by all the trucks that got here before me,
Wow,
and I
good
pulled
job.
right in. And
Really? You did that,
yeah,
honey?
yes I did.
Oh my God. You know what I
And
would
none
have
of them came and threatened to beat me up or nothing.
You know what I would have done? I would wake up all these drivers and tell them you need to check in with me.
Yeah, Mom would have knocked on their door and said, "Hey guys, come on, let's go check in.
It's time to wake up.
Time to wake up, guys. You don't want me to get in front of you.
Come on.
Heaven forbid. No, you guys were here before me. You better go, 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 go." And we'd still be waiting to get unloaded. They're all sitting back there right now. So wave goodbye.
I'm sorry, guys.
At least everybody made it safe. We were going down 9 and 10% grades
And
on this road. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? I'm trying to sound like John Hart or Kevin Hart. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see that? Do you look at that? Can you see that? And they did not.
Where are the drivers, honey?
They did not have. They're back there. Wave bye, Mama. Wave
No,
bye.
we'll wake them up.
Do you want to start one of these over, Mama, or you want to just keep it going?
We can
right
start.
there?
We can start over so we can rewatch it. Guys, thank you guys for staying with my husband and keeping
Do you
him
guys want to?
entertained.
Are you guys going to come back if we restart it?
Yes, they will, honey.
We have 57 people, Mama. On YouTube, it takes us 19 hours to get 57 people. Are you sure?
At least we're gonna have.
Are you guys going to come right back? Give me a yes if you guys are going to come right back. We want to
Yeah,
start it
some
over.
people-
If we make it too long, nobody will watch it again because they say, "Oh, this is 2 hours. We're not watching it." Let's go. Free. Yes. I think Tony Johnson was the first one to say yes. Just tell us, Mercy. Okay, no, I don't think he was saying yes to that. Pat, nice try. Haha. Danny Haley. Hey, CRH. Are you guys going to come right back if we restart?
Yes, they will. See.
Nobody gave me a yes yet.
Yes,
Uh-oh,
they
we
will.
have 61 people now. Now we definitely can't leave.
We're gonna come back. Honey.
Huh.
All
All right, you guys, we're going to come right back. If you can hear me, we're going to start another one so it's not too long.
Mercy.
If that's okay.
Hi, Mercy.
We'll be right back. We need 61 people back right away. Let's see who the first one is. Danny Haley said yes. Dennis said yes. Happy Chick said yes. Tony Johnson, yes. Life on the Road said yes.
How are you?
All right, you guys, you promised. We're going to go away and come right back so we
Right
don't make
back.
this too long. Right back. As Bradley Delgado would say, right back. Love you guys. Bye.
Thank you, guys.